Okay, you're very welcome again to our preview coverage of the county finals next week. Huge thank you here in Rathvilly to the Green Lemon, hence TGL here behind us, our very kind helpers today. Let us have their premises. The Green Lemon is the best place you can go for a mixed hash, a bacon hash, a roast dinner, a cake, a bun. Trust me from experience, it's the best cafe there is around. So if you're passing through Rathvilly, please give the Green Lemon your business. They're great people and great colours as well, green and gold. So I'm honoured and thrilled to be joined by two of my idols here, Brian Murphy and Alan Kelly. Alan goes by other names as well, but we're going to be nice to him this afternoon. We'll start actually with Alan because you're wearing two hats this week. You're a Rathvilly GA supporter, but you're manager of the Ballin Juniors. Big week for the club over there.
Big week, yeah, and it'll be a big day next Sunday. The curtain raiser for the senior county final, so the lads are ready, and I think it'll be a good day. Hopefully Ballin and Rathvilly can lift the cup on both occasions.
You're remarkably like Mourinho. You're a special one over there.
That could change next Sunday for a bit.
I was just thinking this morning when you won your minor in 04 against Briar Rangers, so probably a few lads still milling around over there probably remember you from that game.
Yeah, most of the boys are still involved, and I sent a picture of the programme there today and I sent it on to them just to remind them that we bet them in the minor A final and I kicked the winning score for luck, but listen, that's for another day.
And we had one hell of a do then when we came back to that over that. Brian, this is your first year of retirement?
First year, yeah.
Hard to hang on the boots?
I would say it was hard, no. It's when you see all the flags and all going up, you'd start to miss it. It would be easy. It'd be easy to be missing it now when it's going to be final. Like the lads after doing maybe 60 sessions all year that I wouldn't really have missed now, to be honest with you.
I was doing some kind of fact checking and researching that, and this is since 2002. This is Rathvilly's going to be 11th final, 10 up to now. If I'm reading my figures correctly, won 5, lost 5. Pal have contested 10 finals. It'll be 11 on Sunday, and I think it's won 4, lost 6. Now they were also in the 2001 final, but just keep the Rathvilly Palatine connection going, I suppose. In 2002, I think you're probably 15 or 16 or so.
15, I remember watching on that already. Yeah.
And then you made your debut in 04.
Yeah, come on, 04, 2 years. Yeah.
Where have 20 years gone in terms of?
Frightening. And Alan actually sent me the picture of the programme. No, was it off the paper? Was it? No, it was off the paper. I think it was.
The programme, I think.
And it's hard to believe it's 20 years ago. Like.
And since that time, so Rathvilly were very in a replay, beat Pal in 02, and then you made your debut in 04.
It was another replay.
Against Fenna, yeah.
It was a replay against Fenna, yeah.
I think in the drawing game, I think Cav kicked a whirly, didn't he, for the sideline? No, was that game?
That wouldn't be the first time, would it?
No, it could have been.
Should have got Cav for this. And so, obviously we played Pal. Was it in the 15 or 16 final?
I think it was 15.
7 points in the end, wasn't it? 13 to 12, yeah. Like a lot of water even has flowed under the Stanley Bridge even since then. Like there's lads on the team now aren't even minor at that stage. And obviously there's still going to be a few lads hanging around. Is it a help, or would you prefer as a player going in, having a totally fresh team with kind of no baggage of a final behind you, or you like a mixture?
I need a mixture, I think. Like, I suppose who's the elder states and Robbie,
Brendan,
you need these lads. Like,
yeah.
I know it's good to have fresh young lads coming on, but you need lads that have been around before, know what's going to happen. No, I know you can say there's the other side as well where no baggage, you don't know what goes on or what's going to happen or anything, but
yeah.
I think you need experience, especially now when it does get.
Pal are a good mixture too. They're similar to Rathvilly.
Yeah.
There's plenty of young lads and like Kieran Moore and Horst and the boys are.
Yeah.
They've done it before and they're.
But what you're saying is, if JJ rang you now and said bring your boots next week, you consider it?
No, I'd say no.
That's true.
I was saying just before we started, I was saying about so I thought you made your debut in 05, but you actually made your championship debut in 04. You're telling me now, So practically
Very
20.
harsh, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you didn't do enough research.
Well, I remember in was it the junior semi-final you played in? Could you play the junior semi-final maybe? Or
We played the junior league that year. In
junior league?
04.
Sorry, that's what it was, yeah.
Came on a few times in the scene.
But I reckon you're
It's just a funny story I know for.
Go on.
Brian Deere and Queen's father was telling the story that they were playing junior, we were playing a junior match. It was against the Blues in Carlow. And Brian, I think Noel had given Brian Deere and word that there was a few of us, maybe we were playing junior that time, and that we were going to be coming on, or we were going to be playing senior, so it wasn't going to happen. And Brian would always tell the story that he said that told Alan that he wasn't going to be playing or whatever, and he went absolutely after play because he wasn't going to be playing. I think it was actually the following week that he played senior.
okay. So it wasn't the end of the world then?
No,
Yeah.
still you play everything you can. Yeah.
But I reckon between somewhere between 90 over 90 appearances or 90 championship games played. Is there a particular game that stands out in your mind over 20 years, 19 years?
But the last year I think beat Airol in the county final this fall. When we were all growing up, that's Airol was always the biggest club.
Yeah.
I think to beat them in the county final. Like, now, I know we've been very lucky, we played lots of matches and we've won championships, but I'd say we've left ones behind us. Like that has been very, very poor. Like,
Yeah.
we underachieved, I think, as a team.
Too cocky probably at times going into matches and probably got caught.
You speaking for yourself there now, or?
The whole lot. The whole lot.
We won it in 9. I remember in 10, I think we maybe 7 or 8 minutes left, we were 4 up again all after. Should have been able to see it out, and Seamus Kinsella actually missed free to win it and ended up the replay, the best in replay. Calvin Victor were there in 17, so we were 5 or 6 points better than they're all.
Yeah.
The first day got better in replay again. Like we should have seen, we should definitely have 3 more.
But my standout for that 2017 drawn game was a Conor Mullins kicked the leveller in the dying seconds. I can still see. I remember him kicking it.
Side.
I didn't think it was on, and I can still see it going over the bar. Have you a standout match in your years?
It's good to be winning any championship or senior championship league.
Come here.
Fairness, we celebrate them fairly well when we won them. So.
If Ballon win next week, you'll say that's your most memorable. You tend all them boys and dials that time. But like thinking back to 94, 95, 96, and then the 98 Rathvilly and Palatine battles, like I remember thinking as a 7, 8, 9-year-old thinking that we would just never win a championship again. Like. So to see where the club is at now on 9 championships, like it's I wonder sometimes, do the younger people, the young lads, the under 12s and the 14s, have they been so used to seeing big days out in Cullen Park and thankfully been on the right side of it? Today
we won the championship in the first year when we came on to the senior panel, and then it seems easily.
Yeah.
Then 5 or 6 years go by before you win another one. Like, and they do go by quick. And any of the young lads that's on it now, they're going to be realising that.
We won it in 4. I think in 2005 we ended up in a relegation against Moyshell. Was that 5 or 6?
It was against Rangers, was it? No.
I think it was against Moyshell, I think, in a relegation.
That's right, yeah.
And I'd say maybe ever since then we've been in the semi-final.
Oh yeah, that's Rathvilly is the only senior club to have been in the semi-final every single year since 06.
But the only other say that is we should have been winning more when we were there. So often as well.
Yeah. I was in getting my haircut on Thursday, the old championship haircut, just to feel part of it, you know. And I came out with the barbers, and who stops their car in front of me? Only Conor McColloway, snack box. And he's down the window and he says, "Is it going to base? Is it going to base? He's ever lost a lot? You're improving all the time. We're after peaking, all this kind of crack." And I told him, I gave him a few choice phrases back and told him where to go in a lovable way as possible. But I think, generally speaking, even neutrals in Carlow would say maybe over the last 30-40 years, Rathvilly and Palatine is probably one of the biggest rivalries. I'd say people probably said Palatine is rivalry as well, but since 2002, the Rathvilly Pal rivalry is extraordinarily strong. The amount of semi-finals the two teams have met in.
They were a bogey team for us there for a long time. We couldn't beat them, and we'd often beat them in the group stage of the championship, and then come to the semi-final or the final, they catch you like.
Dibley's first year, was it? When we played in the group game, we better by 16 or 17 points and actually best.
Scored 3 goals, I think, didn't in the
best in the
knockout
semi-final
game.
after that, like.
I think it was a John Kenny hat-trick,
Yeah.
and now his two
Yeah.
well, I
Jamie
think
and
Tomas
the
is,
Brazilian.
the word is Tomas, I think, is a part, and best wishes to him.
And
As
Tomas
a
was very
coach.
good in the first game against Rathvilly there in the group stage. Both teams have tweaked a bit since then, and listen, it'll be a different game to that. I think Rathvilly are improving a bit from that game, but I'd say Pal are happy enough too that they're playing Rathvilly in the final as well.
Like, having known you practically my whole life, I'd say you find it hard being the far side of the wire, do you?
You'd like to be involved, but as Brian said there, all the trends the lads are doing, like, you don't miss all in, like.
Yeah.
Time moves on, and we were involved last year. We weren't playing as much as we'd like to be, and
Yeah.
like JJ brought younger lads on, and it's working. And I think he's doing a good job, and he's improving the team at the minute. And
It's fascinating. Go back to 2002, and Noel and John, Noel Dyle and John Smith, I think, were over the team. Noel was training and John was manager of memory serves. And I think at the time there was kind of I don't say a clear out, but it was a change in the guard. And JJ Smith was brought onto the panel. Daniel O'Brien came on,
yeah,
17-year-olds, fullback, Kevin
Yeah.
Byrne at cornerback. And is there
similar to last year.
a sense, there's a bit of change?
Big change, yeah.
Hopefully it's a good one.
We're still, like Brendan was a big loss last in the semi-final. We lost on penalties. For luck, he's fit now, and hopefully he stays fit for the week, because he's going to be a big part of next Sunday. And if he's dominating the game middle field, it'll make it easier on the younger lads then to step up.
You mentioned, I said to you about like finding it hard, because you strike me as someone that kicks every ball. Anyway, I can see you on the line, like, you know. But there was a brilliant picture last week. I think Pat Hearn took it of Brendan on the sideline, and he's up 2 foot in the air, but behind him is Finnegan, and his leg is actually out as if he's kicking the ball. Like, how does it feel? Is he 37, 38?
Is he giving up?
Yeah.
38.
38, is he? But you know,
27 days, 38 in December.
but I think most of the Rathvilly lads would say, if you were going to pick someone to go to battle with, I think most lads would say, well, I want Finnegan first, because when the going gets tough, he's there, isn't he?
He'll be there, yeah. And he'll back you up 100%. That's
Even in the last couple of minutes that are there, like,
Yeah.
out on his feet, everyone was up, still he was grinding away,
Yeah.
getting back into the space and fill it up. Like.
all the ways we get Brandon and Conor Dye and these lads, they'll do the scoring, and everyone will be on about them, but they wouldn't see the hard work that the likes of Ed and this done.
Yeah. Looking ahead at to the final, then obviously, you know, it's Paul Dwyer's first year over Pal. Did a really good group stage,
Unbeaten, sure.
unbeaten, going really well. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of, I know in Dibley's first year with us in 08, we got back in the semi-final, but sometimes a freshness and a new face, a new voice. And I know Paul was involved with Pal for the last couple of years, but does that maybe bring nerves on their side, because it's...
I don't know, we were in relegation last year after being county champions the year before, but a new voice is completely different. Like, even if you get someone in for a night to do a training, just a different voice, people, it sparks something different, like it is something.
Nearly all them players that was
new,
playing for
like.
Pal have been there and won
Yeah.
the championship. So, and they know Paul and Eddie McGarry and them lads are involved there. They know them lads well, and Eddie would have worked with them, I said, underage and stuff. Like, both teams be nervous, and it's a 50-50 match. Like, just, and it mightn't even, the best team on the day might win. It's just a bit of luck, a bounce of a ball.
But when you think about it too, say Pal have Pal men over him, and we were Rathvilly men over, like, no outsiders at all. Like. Not that there's a bad thing in that.
You're a real Bull McCabe, aren't you? How important will the matchups be? Like, do you think will both sides sit down and say, right, for example, will Pal say, right, we'll put X on Brendan Murphy, will Rathvilly put someone on Jamie Kenny, or...
So Shane O'Neill and Conor Crowley, they need to be marked, and they need to be watched. You seen him in the semi-final again at Oakshire, took him excellent. Shane O'Neill kicked the winning score, and he created havoc there, driving through the middle there. I wasn't at the match, but I've seen a few clips on it, and he was very good. So them lads need to be stopped, and on the flip side, with Brandon and Dyle on the ways, they'll be driving the other way.
And Jay will have his homework done. Like, he's tactically, he's very, very good.
Oh,
he knows already where he has that. Like, or where lads are going to be. Like.
And I'd say Paul and them were as good in the varsity, like, and it'll be good. Last year in the group game when we played them, it seemed like we won over 5 or 6 points, but that wasn't the game. Like, we scored 2 goals. Liam Gavin, I think, got a couple of goals there on.
Oh.
It was tight up until then. Like, they ended up in relegation. We got through the semi-final and got playing penalties. Like, it's tight.
It'll be very, very tight.
Yeah, and it'll be tight.
You have to say that because we're trying to be, it will be tight too.
Yeah.
Like we were saying off camera beforehand that in the last 10 years it's only Erogue, Pal and Rathvilly that have won the championship. So like the two teams that have been thereabouts. So obviously it's going to be tight, and obviously you'll be wearing your Rathvilly hats. One of the things I'm interested to talk to you about is when I was trying to talk how many games you played. Since 2014, it's been 2 groups of 4, right? Before that, it was 2 groups of 6, and there was 12 senior teams. But when the year you majored in 04, I think it was 4 groups of 3.
Was it knockout?
Wasn't knockout. I think it was 4.
We played Clonmore first, didn't we?
No, Clonmore played Clonmore first in 02, because that was Jason Blair's first match in 02. Was that knockout back then? But I don't think it wasn't knockout in 04.
And what brings me on to is like the structure we have at the moment. You can win 1 game in your group and go on and win the championship. It suited us in 2014. It suited us.
Yeah.
Lost a game, drew a game, go over the line.
Like right in the last game.
Yeah, and it built a little bit of momentum. So maybe from that point of view, it's good. But I wonder, are teams getting enough games, like championship games, for lads to really, like, if you want to get 3 championship group games and you've young lads that you want to bring on, but the result is more important.
Yeah.
Do you need it? Like I've been pontificating about this for 3 or 4 years. I'd love to see 1 group of 8 and have open draw rounds and give every team 5 games.
And more games, that
do you know?
could work well. Yeah. And another thing is the hurlings that's been on first for the last couple of years. And it's like winter football in between you get to play. Like next week could be a washout. Like, I'd like to see a change in that the football gets a crack during so-called better weather. Like,
Yeah. But what I'm wondering is, like, you've had experience now of 4 groups of 3, 2 groups of 6, 2 groups of 4. Like, I suppose players don't really care. You just want to win the championship.
No, yeah, I think the championship is about winning really. I couldn't see any difference. No, maybe if there was 1 group of 8, and you were saying more games, but does the cream always rise to the top no matter what the setup is really?
You could say that, yeah. You could say that.
Well,
it's important to win your first game,
yeah,
whatever the situation is, whether it's a group of 4, like, get your first win and then you're set up. Like, but if you lose your first game, that happened to us there in 14, whoever lost the second game, the pressure's on. Like, like you can get caught very quick and you could be the best team in the championship, but you'll be gone because you didn't perform early on.
Yeah.
But the way it is set up now, it's hard to leave the championship was knockout one.
Yeah,
like one game,
yeah.
And that was it. Like.
But probably at a time when teams were maybe training 1 or 2 nights a week, probably had 1 ball the whole club. Do you know?
It's hard to fathom that that when you went to play.
The league was probably better back then too. The league now some teams are fast. Like some teams turn up a half a team or don't turn up at all. Like.
But the county setup doesn't have the league games anyway, or it doesn't have the club teams. During the league, like so we went to play for Ireland there. The first night we had lads on the 20s panel.
Yeah, I couldn't play.
Weren't playing championship for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's not. I can't see how that's benefiting anybody. The chaps aren't playing. They're not playing football.
I think every club says the same thing about, especially young lads. Maybe their first and second year in with the county, and they're playing so few. If they're say maybe panel members of the county, and by the time they come back to play championship, they're a little bit off the bile. Like,
and that time, that the very first league game, like fair enough if them lads were playing championship in 2 weeks time. That's understandable. That time it was 6 weeks. So how is it going to benefit any young fella to sit on the line when he should be playing?
When Carlow was over the county team there, if you didn't play 30 minutes or more, you could play with your club.
That's a good way to do it.
We often played, if you didn't play a league match on the Sunday with Carlow, you could go back and play a league match with the club that evening.
Like you'd often
that's not happening now. Like.
Watch the All-Ireland series on the telly, and I remember was it Matty Donnelly or someone for Tyrone missed the championship match, he was actually getting injured playing with his club, like so they were playing for their club. Like. Just I don't see how it benefits anybody from sitting on the line not playing.
The lads is playing with Carlow, you can't be harsh with them, that's fine, but the lads is not getting anything like or getting
And then one of the other problems is you've a couple of clubs that are probably the big feeders of county players in, and
the 3 teams in them that are in the final the last couple of years, they'll have majority lads in the panel.
And so then it's hard then when 2 teams arrive out to a match at 7:30 of an evening and one team has practically a full panel because they've only got 2 lads with the county and you've another club with 6 lads with the county, and there's a bit of a balance in that.
It's a good opportunity for squad players not to get game team, but still could be ran better.
There's another question for you though, and it did change over the last 10 years. It changed a bit, but is there too much reliance on lads that are with senior clubs to be in the county? Like, you're after seeing how many junior games now this year, like there's enough lads playing junior football that could be in the county.
Oh yeah, sure. We played against Briar last week. 40 was playing like he was putting ball down scores you wouldn't see in the senior game. Like, standard is there, and there's some very good young lads at Ballon now, Shane Duffy and Larkin Bain, these lads, like, they're all able to play at a higher level, no problem. But they might be looked at because they're playing junior, like, and that's the way it is. But. And
then, like, we're obviously from massively football in the club. I know I played hurling up to under 16 here or whatever, but every time we talk about fixtures and championship structures, we always kind of leave out. We don't think about the hurling side of things. But the hurling, once you draw that line across the middle of the county and go past wherever it is, Nerney or Milford, and it becomes hurling country, like, they're as passionate about the hurling, and when you have a couple of dual clubs that want to win at their own grade, it's very, very, like, I don't envy the fixtures people trying to get it right.
They went to the senior hurling final, went to a replay, and they played first round of the championship the week after the football championship. That's not fair, them lads. Like, they need a bit more time, and now the finals are next week for the winners to have close to a month before they play Leinster Championship. Like, they could have pushed it back even a week or 2 to give the hurlers a bit more time, but it's hard to keep everyone happy. And
no matter what way it's done, somebody, but that doesn't make sense that they win a championship.
No, when
that's not fair.
The last championship we won, so we played, it was a week to the Leinster, like, and that's not no good either, like, because that's what I want to celebrate. And
you have to celebrate.
Drink for a couple of days.
That's what the forward like.
Drink for a couple of days.
Train hard enough for a whole year. You have to celebrate.
Half the team got COVID. They couldn't play.
There was, I remember, was it Party Pulger setting himself up on the pool table at
that was a tough day that day, wasn't it?
It was. Against, what were they called then?
St. Patrick's.
Oh, St. Martin's.
What do you call it, man? All right.
Yeah.
But they won 3 in a row at that stage.
They were strong.
Yeah, they were very strong.
Sure,
we were all shocked.
But like, Aeroga went on a run in Leinster. To get the Leinster final at that time. Like,
we were in the kick of a ball.
Yeah.
And it was getting back the goal in Port I think it was.
There's nothing to stop Paul or Rathvilly about Wednesday and Sunday going on doing the same. Like, they have a month now. You can celebrate and you've plenty of time to get back to training and get things right. And
I'm sure.
Get rid of a few injuries.
I'm sure when you talk to your father or families in general, and they talk about 83, and Rathvilly won the first championship 83 and got as far as Leinster semi-final. Walsh Island, the Offaly champions, and were we 6 points up at half time, and Matt Connor came on as a sub.
Oh, he was definitely, I don't know what was coming on, but he was definitely, he was playing. And
I think he wanted to kick 9 points with both feet, and I don't know if you're beaten, but we haven't got past first round of.
There's another year, was it in 9 we played Clara in Tullamore.
Yeah.
We didn't play well. Remember we didn't play well the first time.
Bad,
I forget what we got.
Thomas Dean.
They were strong too, but we played bad.
But we had a chance. We played very well in the second half. Like.
No, I think there was 2 weeks between the county final and the Leinster that time. And
we're fair, right?
We went to Rathvilly, we went to Auckland another year.
And we're ahead.
That was
that a Stafford goal beat us? Or?
I remember Horst got a brilliant goal in the first half.
Yeah. But like in 02 we played Muckalee.
No, 4.
4 was it?
4, yeah.
02 was who?
02 was Starlights. Remember there was Murder in Carlow. Starlights. John Hudson that was playing Stars, Meniscalchi.
Did it go for a replay?
Did you?
Sorry, you're right. No, I was playing that time.
Yeah, no, 02 was Muckalee. We played them. We had to wear the Carlow jerseys down in some pitch in Kilkenny.
No, did we play? Locally in the first round.
That's what I mean.
Played Kilkenny Championship
In
team.
2004.
Yeah.
Or okay.
And then we
Because
played.
remember
Then we played Starlights.
Yeah, Frupa got man of the match down in.
Yeah.
Is it in Castlecomer?
Yeah. Then
But there was 1 year.
we played Starlights and went to a replay.
But Dunshaughlin bet us 04.
That was
No, that was O2.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
His man was playing Niall Kelly.
Yeah.
A big bear in the middle of the field.
He scores from everywhere.
I remember Willie John Burke was back. I think was that by 04
No,
last stage or
maybe it was.
on the panel. I think it came
Oh,
out.
it could have been.
Yeah,
It could have been.
That was 2, that wasn't 4.
We should have done more research.
definitely.
But you played. You should know.
He played locally in the first round
He did.
in Castlecomer.
No, 4, and then we played Starlights.
Starlights, drew with Starlights, and the best in the replay. Your man, Adrian Fenman, do you remember that? No, I don't know, Max Verhoeven. He was playing.
He was
John
playing.
Hudson did that.
Yeah.
Something that just struck me actually was obviously Mark Curran was corner forward in 02. Definitely in the drawn game against Pal, himself and Wizard in the corner, and
Yeah.
obviously we were chatting to Sarah beforehand. Mad to see his daughter now captain of the ladies team, and
He's a slave to it. The way
Yeah.
he's doing.
yeah, geez, yeah, and he was
JJ was playing, Kevin was playing, so they're all.
and massive hats
Some
off.
point
Like,
was playing, wasn't
He
Mark
was,
was secretary of the club for 20 odd years more, I think. So phenomenal commitment. Couple more things before we wrap it up. And going back to now, which is a bit more relaxed. Going back to the county final, we'll go over to juniors actually first. The minors actually first. They're Thursday night, I think.
Yeah.
I think the minor B, the great young crowd of chaps. Will do it.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. They played well here the other night. Who was it? I can't- Was it Grange?
Yeah.
They played Grange. They didn't play well. The first team was 7-3 at half time, but won 3-9 to 9 after.
Getting a few players back now.
Yeah, Rory Gavin was out injured. He was back the other night. He'll be a massive help to him. So
Yeah.
hopefully they'll go.
Be a great start to the weekend, yeah, wouldn't it?
You reckon I feel do it Thursday?
Hopefully, yeah.
And then Saturday afternoon we've the junior Bs out against Air Oak.
Yeah.
How do you fancy that one?
The boys are the best team in it so far, but Aero could pull anyone. I think Hale and a couple of the boys are back, and that good minor team they have. If a couple of them lads are playing, you wouldn't know, but at the minute, Rathvilly are blowing everyone out of the water.
You tip?
Yeah, I
for junior B?
think so. I know. Sure, they're all going to obviously hard bet in the county finals, but the boys have been playing very, very well.
Well, that had been the women with the first one, the minors with the second one, the juniors with the third, and are you going to be really greedy and expect them to
take them all. I know, the senior one, it'll be tight.
Yeah.
And I said earlier on, the bounce of a ball, no, we'll turn that, but Jage will have the boys ready, and the Pal lads are ready to go, I'm sure Paul and the lads have their work done, so
And
it'll be a great game in fairness, but
I put you this way, I'm glad the weather warning is for tomorrow and not Sunday week, because
probably
the Australian football again.
Yeah.
again.
I'll put it straight, and both teams have plenty of pace and youth in it, so you'd want to find there like to see
Yeah.
a good game.
Yeah. We're going to finish with, and you think Rathvilly will be Pal?
Yeah, yes, of course I do.
Go on. Right, we'll finish with a little bit of crack. Do you remember on Soccer AM, used to be teammates? So you have to, right, of all the teams you played with, right, so in Rathvilly, so from minor to 21s to senior, right, so we'll start with you, Alan. Of all your teammates, Joker in the pack.
Jeez, I don't know. Jeffrey. Jeffrey's a good crack, and he always smiling at his face there. No matter what's going on, I'd say.
Would you give any mention? I'm just thinking of another lady's father here, Bats, playing junior.
He was over the junior, I suppose, when we were playing. That was a raw team, though. There was a few.
I remember being in the dressing room.
Mike and the boys were playing.
Did Brian used to wear a jockstrap?
I don't know what that was.
Or some kind of speedos, I think. I'd be absolutely shocked for saying
Is Brian there now?
Yeah.
He's never any good at football though.
I'm going to record that clip and just send it to him on WhatsApp. You were Joker in the pack?
Yeah, sure, Alan would have been weak. He was good crack.
Oh, Weeky could point at something and say a ball, and you just
And that, like how it's after changing, like when Weeky and that was playing, he would win and play championship matches. Weeky would have his going out clothes folded neatly in a plastic bag. And before he take out the football boots, his clothes, going out clothes have to be hung up on the hanger and all. Like that's Imagine when he's going in now with JJ and hanging in good clothes.
You were taking a shot out to pull it up for the wall. You'd be in quite a trouble.
Yeah, Wiki was good.
You wouldn't be playing, that'd be it.
And for people not familiar with nicknames in Rathvilly, Wiki is Kieran Dial, a brilliant fullback, a good soccer player too. You're probably going to say him now, but best dressed. Who had the best style of my favourite?
Josh wore some Carlows there over the last Friday. I don't know if it's the best dressed one.
Colin likes the tight trousers as well.
Yeah, he was. Josh for me, good man now.
Brendan was fond of a few loud kind of.
Yeah.
Remember he had a pair of red chinos before anybody wore red chinos.
Could have been anything on as well.
Yeah. Obviously, they were very lucky to win a good few championships, so there was good nights out. Have we a best dancer? I won for you.
Jed always fancies himself as a dancer.
Yeah, he did.
I think he is, yeah.
Even there a few weeks ago at the wedding, he thought he was a dancer as well, didn't he?
But Jojo.
Jojo dancer.
Jojo did the robot and everything.
Yeah.
He's good at jiver as well.
He danced any way you wanted, isn't it?
Singing on it, he'd be a blackguard on it, he'd be a good old mover.
I know who you have to say, but most contrary player that you ever played with?
Been a few.
You're probably up there yourself.
I wouldn't be contrary. Yeah, Brendan was a bit contrary.
That's been a brother though.
JJ would be contrary.
Yeah.
Alan would be contrary.
Yeah. Kevin.
Yeah. But I think they were contrary though because there was a certain standard they needed to get. Everybody wanted everybody to get to them.
JJ.
I couldn't even ask you.
All day.
What's the one you used to do at soccer? The longest in the shower. Or that has too many. He was called Papa Hurst for and then it's a bit different in soccer because there's time for that as a showboat. But most skillful player you ever played with.
Brandon probably last year was really good and over the years. It's hard, no, there was no idea. Dempsey would have tried a few crazy hogs alright, but Brandon probably
Very, very skillful.
Brandon class, yeah, he's
JJ was skillful too, like.
Yeah. I suppose there's probably a correlation in between most intelligent, would you, if we were to knock that one on the head and say most intelligent player you played with. Now
John Keogh.
He was, but you had to explain it to him 25 times.
Yeah.
Fullback is very intelligent, isn't he?
I remember, I was going to say playing with seniors. I remember training with seniors, and we were standing around afterwards organising, training for the rest of the week, and everyone used to look at what's the weather to be like, lads? And everyone turned to John Keogh for the weather. And one night, Paddy was the manager and said to him, what's the weather like, John? He goes, it's to be rainy, whatever it is. And then he said, but Paddy, just to say to you, 63% of all grass growth happens this time of year. Like, just an outrageous statistic, right? So were we at the train then, John? Grass is growing, like, But just...
John was well clothing, wasn't
I love that. Still does.
Yeah.
I was telling him at the back of the stand after the semi-final, it was buzzing, like.
Right, last couple. Best taste in music. Who had the best taste in music? Tunes in the dressing room. That kind of crack.
Jeffrey would have looked after that, I think, too, did he?
Tony was that.
Tony.
Wasn't he?
Forgot about Tony.
Yeah.
He could have fell into a few of them categories, but forgot about Tony.
But
It was a mat with the pins in it and he walked on his feet. Remember that?
The which? What?
It had this mat with little pins in it. I don't know what you used to
When
do.
he used to be talking out.
Oh, like a acupuncture.
Like a master type thing, too, isn't it?
He just rolled this thing over his bag like it's there, before he put on his socks right when he was walking on this.
So what did I ask there? Worst taste in music? Jeez, you could be up there for that.
Probably wouldn't
Gary Wilson,
yeah, I wouldn't have had any real interesting music.
Although, do you remember when you won the league final in 2013 and had Brendan you up on the shoulders for Billy Reid? You've been legs, yeah. And I can't believe we haven't mentioned you for music. Some nights I go to sleep and I have It's Going Down. Timber.
You remember that? What final? We got back that thing, though, didn't we?
After losing, yeah, 2013.
Jeez.
Well, earlier when we started going, Paddy Casey and Anthony's was a good one.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Anthony was the leader then.
it?
Yeah.
Paddy Casey.
Anthony moved on then.
But if
You
we're
see, we lost. Yeah, there was quite a characters been through this team now. Horse and the Wild, like, haven't they?
yeah. If you're going to go for a category of the maddest man you ever played football with, Anthony has to be up there.
Yeah, he was a good man though.
Oh,
Wasn't
good,
he,
absolutely good man. Yeah, good man. But who else been
Like,
mad?
he's still living off of that time that he took Scally out. But, like, you know, I should have forget about that. 'Cause that's 25 years.
Should have got the line. Should have.
What?
Should have got the line.
He could have got to jail.
Just going to have to be edits on this now. Right, and so best, what else would we go for? The best all-round footballer you ever played with, and even bring in your county time or whatever. Best footballer you ever played with.
Jeez.
I don't think it can be answered like because.
No.
Like,
Some lads, sure. Brendan sure class there, like every year he's turning up and doing it, like. But then those things he wasn't great at, where like the JJ and them were very good at, like
Yeah.
sure yourself there score totally. It's just different, but sure Brendan has probably been the best player Rathvilly has since Carlow was playing well, and sure he still is. Seeing him last week, he's still performing.
Cav or Brendan?
Brendan. Yeah. Cav served his time too, but I'd say Brendan, I'd say for what?
You can't say your brother because he'll never let you live it down. But
I think it's a hard question to ask because,
yeah,
like,
you want to say yourself, do you?
I'm drunk. You know, with someone maybe that I play do a certain job one way, I mightn't be able to.
Yeah.
You know, he might be a great man marker or something.
Yeah.
Like, so there's
But
so
sure,
many
it's
different
the
facets. Maybe
The Messi,
It's,
Ronaldo, like,
Yeah.
who, do you know?
Like Cavan was some player. Jay was outstanding. I played when I played county. It was Alan Kelly from Ballin. I remember playing.
Oh yeah.
He was just someone from outside the club, like.
Yeah.
But I'd say when they were on it,
Gannon and the way
Aye.
last totally.
Yeah.
I suppose when Brendan is on it, you know, hard to find anyone better than that, really.
Interesting.
Project. That time when we played with Portugal National Project was.
Do you remember playing youths? So, Alan Kyle was over staying Rovers, right? And we went over to play New Oak at Carlow College pitch. Remember that you were playing centre half, and I was playing. So Alan Kyle.
You played?
Yeah. You were under stuck now, very stuck.
We
right?
must be no good.
Well, we lost it. So Kyle played 6 across the back, right? On 6 across the
Are
back.
you sure I was there?
Yeah, you were centre back, right? And I was left back, and I forget who was in the goal. I think it was the chap from Ballybit. I was 2 years ahead of you in school. No, it couldn't have been. It would have been youths. Anyway, this clearance came out, and Roderick, playing centre half in New Oak, took it down in the chest, stepped about 3 yards inside the halfway line, middle of the field, and outside the left boot, top corner, for 5-0 or 6-0 at that stage. And we're 6 across the back. Anyway,
I don't remember that.
I wasn't there, right?
Project was a good one. Some striking on my toe, sure.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised, like, he should be still playing with Ireland now. Like, they're in the relegation playing today.
Even lads here, like, you'd forget about lads. Franny Kelly was some player. Davy Nolan was some player.
Yeah.
Weeky,
Yeah.
Frupa.
Yeah. No lie.
We didn't play.
No. Interesting. Okay. Well, look, lads.
Ken Doyle was some player for the club.
Yeah. And actually, never forget did he get a goal in 2002, the first game,
Yeah.
from 22 or 3 yards out, bang with the left foot.
Oh, good boy.
Lads, absolute pleasure talking to you. Very best luck with Ballin,
Thank you.
and we wish the best luck to all teams next week, but particularly to Rathvilly. And our massive thanks again to the Green Lemon for letting us use their cafe here. If you're passing through Rathvilly, TGL, the best food you'll get around, and up Rathvilly.
Good stuff, Frank.
Tom, thanks.